Hey friends, it's Liquidy, and today is another Travel Tip Thursday. So I'm super excited to be here again today, and I am coming to you from my home in Utah, and that's actually what I'm going to give you the travel tip on is Utah. There are many visitors that come out to Utah every year, and to enjoy the national parks and other things to do. There are so many outdoor activities to do in Utah. If you love outdoor activities, Utah is definitely the place to be. And if you are in a state where you can or you're really fairly close drive to Utah, if you're in one of the states surrounding it, this is a great time if you are able to get out and do some camping and hiking and some outdoor stuff because there's lots of stuff available. And one of the things I always recommend to people is we are so used to planning everything online and having our phones with us for map and GPS directions like all the time. But one of the issues in Utah is because Utah is so spread out and geographically very unpopulated in many areas. Cell phone coverage can be a huge issue in Utah. So one of the things I always recommend to people that they do is make sure that they take their take a paper guide and paper maps with them when they're going places. Like one of the things I like to do, even though there's a lot of bloggers that can tell you a lot of things about Utah, and I've had stuff on my blog, one of the things I do like to do from time to time is just grab a real guide like this one, or if you're going mountain biking, like specific mountain biking guides. A lot of the trails have not changed. There might be a couple new ones, but hiking Utah and hiking hot springs. This is not Utah, but there's a lot of great guides that just do specific areas and they can tell you a lot of information. So what I like to do is grab one of these, and then before I go on my trip, this one is not one that I've used, but what I do is I highlight things I want to do and put little tabs on it. And although I may not be able to do everything in the guide, I like to do, it does have the address. So if I get stuck without cell service or if I can't find it, I have a paper map with me of the area and the guide so I can cross-reference and easily figure out how to get to that area without my cell phone, which can be quite a challenge when you're in Utah because there's so many areas that you can't get cell coverage. So my recommendation, my travel tip for today, for this Travel Tip Thursday, is to definitely grab a paper guide. Just go online and find a guide that you like, that looks good, and use that to plan your road trip and take it with you on your road trip, not just plan it, because then you have it to reference as a guide. And some things may be closed, so you can just go down to the next thing on your list. I always usually check off a few more things than I want to do and kind of have a priority list of like the things I absolutely want to do on the trip and the things that I don't necessarily have to do but look interesting. And they can always be a backup if something else is closed at the day you're there. Maybe they're not open on Tuesday and that's the day you're there. I've had that happen to me when I wanted to see a lighthouse one time in California. Or maybe they only open till 4 and you get there at 4:30. That's really frustrating. So always, one of the things I always tell people too is to call and plan ahead, call ahead to verify, especially with COVID, that the places are open, that they are taking people. And if they are taking people, do you have to make a reservation? A lot of places are now requiring reservations, even if they didn't before. So make sure you call ahead to check to see if the place that you're going to is open, like a museum or park or anything. And if they are open, if they're only allowing a certain amount of people in, or if they're only taking reservations for different times so that they don't exceed their capacity limit for what their local government says they can have during COVID. So that is my tip, is definitely grab a guide, go through it, read through it. You can cross-reference that with some fun bloggers that you like to read and see what you like to plan on your next vacation. Bring your guide with you, especially if you're coming to Utah, and bring paper maps to Utah. There's visitor centers where you can get free paper maps, super easy. You don't have to buy them online. You can just get them for free at any visitor Utah center, a Utah visitor center in Utah. It's pretty super easy to do, and there's very helpful people there that can guide you on what road you don't want to drive on if you don't have a 4x4, what road you do want to drive on. So definitely listen to their advice. They always have really good advice for people. So this is Liquidy signing off. I hope you're enjoying your day. Remember to enjoy food, enjoy fun, enjoy travel. Check out my latest podcast, episode 99, where I talk with Tony LeBay of LeBay Travel about Hawaii. And we talk about Honolulu, Oahu, and the Big Island of Hawaii. So check that out. That's episode 99. Hope you're having a fun day, and I'll see you all next Thursday for Travel Tip Thursday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.